Well, hello there, friends. I just made this wonderful Onyo Bacon Jam. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Don't forget, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Well, hello there, friends. Let me show you how to make this amazing bacon onion jam. Onion bacon jam, we're going to call it. This is kind of like a pesto. This is kind of like it's a condiment. Sometimes I forget the word. A condiment. It's something you have at the side. You can put on top of a steak, on top of a chicken. You go on top of a hamburger. You can put it on your body. You can do it. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's something, sometimes you just want to make a plain steak, but you don't want to make all the big fuss of it. This is what you're going to use. Okay, so I'll go over the mise en place in a minute. I got a pound of bacon that I cut. I got a little bit of garlic olive oil here. You don't really need it. I just put a little bit of it because I love the flavor of it. I love the smell of it. But, the bacon is going to release an incredible amount of fat. So I'll talk about, let me just get this going. Okay, the bacon is going to release a lot of fat. So we're going to do it slowly. I get a hickory smoked bacon. Get whatever bacon you like. Cut it in little pieces. And here we're going to let it render all the fat. We're not doing it at too high of a heat because I don't want to burn the lean part of the bacon before the time the fat has time to render. So I do it, medium heat. I keep an eye on it, check it every so often. There's no reason for it to stick in the bottom of the pot at the beginning, So let it render some fat and then you won't have to worry too much about it. We want to get it crisp, not too crisp, but we want to get it crisp. So we're going to keep cooking it. And while it's cooking, let me talk about the mise en place. I got 2 big onions right here. Then we're going to caramelize in a minute. Just diced onion, not diced very small, okay? Then I got some chili peppers. I got black peppers. I got salt. I got some fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, you can use dry thyme, or any dry herbs you like. Some brown sugar, dark brown sugar. A couple of cloves of garlic, chopped very fine. And some smoked paprika. And a little bit of parsley, then we're going to put at the end. Okay, so it's all ready. Remember, mise en place, very important, friends. Then I got some beautiful maple syrup. I love Stonewall maple syrup. It's beautiful. And then I got my maple balsamic vinegar. You may not have a maple balsamic vinegar. You may have a regular balsamic vinegar, in which case you may have to use a little bit more maple syrup. Remember, my maple balsamic vinegar is 18 years old. So an aged balsamic vinegar lost most of its acidity. If you buy a regular balsamic vinegar at the store, it's going to be very acidic because it's very young. So you got to use more brown sugar or more maple syrup. The maple syrup is going to offset the acidity. That's why we use it. See, in cooking, we love to create both the acidity and the sweet. The perfect balance of the two is very important. So the sugar is not sweet and the vinegar is not acid. My vinegar is not acid anyway because it's old. And then I got some bourbon. Whatever you like, you can use some. This one is a maple bourbon. This is a Cooper's Mark, and it's a maple-flavored bourbon whiskey. I love it. It's wonderful. Use whatever makes you happy. If you don't use whiskey, like a lot of people say, I don't drink. That's, nothing wrong with that. You don't drink, you don't drink. You should try it, though. Just saying. It's an issue, but if you don't drink, you don't drink, right? So don't worry about it. What do I replace it with? Nothing. If you don't drink, you're not going to miss it. Okay, so you don't need to replace it with anything. All right, so don't worry about that. This is usually when you put booze in something, it's for flavor. And if you don't drink it, you don't worry about it. All right, so friends, we're going to let this cook for a while. Remember now, you can't just turn it on and go do something. You may want to make sure you move it around. The pan I'm using is my reduction saucepan. It's 3.5 quarts. This is an amazing 7-ply cookware. I use it for sauces. I use it for everything. And it works great for this, okay? So we're going to cook the bacon for a while. And when the bacon is nice and rendered and a little crisp, we're going to take it out of there. And then we're going to put the onion so we do everything in one pot. All right? So we'll be back in a few minutes. Well, all right, we are back. Look at this. Look at this. You see, friends, it has caramelized somewhat. We don't want it to be too much, just enough. We want to be enough because not too much. Remember, we're not making bacon bits. I'm going to turn it off just for a second so I can deal with this. And what we're going to do, we're going to take the bacon out of there, and we're going to use the bacon fat to saute our onion and caramelize them. Now, you see the bottom of the pot attach a little bit, and that's okay. I am perfectly comfortable with that. We're going to some good burn bits in there. All good stuff right there, my friend. Now, see, it's a lot of fat right there. We're going to need it to saute the onion. It might be a bit much. So you know what we'll do when it's a little bit much? We'll take a spoon, and we're going to remove a little bit of it. And I need a small bowl. I need a small bowl. Hold on one second. Somebody give me a small bowl. Right here. Here you go. Thank you very much. There you go. All right there. See, I have just a little bit too much fat. Now, I may use it again. We're going to see in a minute, okay? So now, this is the perfect opportunity, friends, to scrape the bottom of your pot. You see right here? This is all goodies. All goodie right here, okay? So now we're going to take our onion, and we're going to caramelize the onion. Now, remember, friends, when you do this, it's two big onions. They were a big one, let me tell you. It is really, really big onion. Now, remember, when you do this, friends, this is not something you, it's like a pesto, right? You should make this in advance. This is something you make and you plan on freezing it. And because it'll freeze for 17 years minimum. It'll stay in the fridge a good week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The bacon fat's going to protect it all. 2 weeks in the freezer, not a problem at all. So, we're going to saute, we're going to continue sauteing that. We're going to caramelize it. When the onion are nicely caramelized, we're going to mix the whole thing and put all the ingredients together. So we will be back in a few minutes when the onion are nicely caramelized. Okay, friends, the onion have caramelized beautifully. Look at this. So now we're going to put the bacon back on there. I didn't use all the bacon fat. I left, I saved about a tablespoon of it, a couple of tablespoons easy. And I save him, I drain him, and I save him. Let me put everything else we need in here, friends. The chili peppers, up to you how much you want to put in. Obviously, black peppers, the salt, the fresh thyme. Probably I got a little too much fresh thyme over there. We're going to put a little garlic. Brown sugar, remember, the brown sugar, my friend, is going to be based on how sweet or how not sweet your vinegar is. Very important, friends. Let me tell you something. You put this on a steak, you just grill the steak, put this on top of it, it'll take a whole different dimension. Okay, I got enough brown sugar. I'm going to put the maple syrup. Maple syrup is going to give us a beautiful, beautiful shine to it. You see, immediately, look at it. Immediately, you got a beautiful shine. Then the vinegar, of course, that's my maple balsamic vinegar. And the bourbon. And the bourbon, don't forget the paprika, smoked paprika. What we're going to do now, we're going to cook all this for a minute, my friends. I want to give it about, it smells amazing. I'm going to give it lower the heat, so I don't have to be concerned about my pot burning. Okay, we're going to lower the heat, and we're going to let this cook for a few minutes. We're going to put some fresh parsley. I love parsley. And you know, my favorite parsley is the curly parsley. Some people don't like it because they think it's old-fashioned. But let me tell you, it's just a matter of preferences, whatever it is you like. And you see, you scrape your pot, like I've been scraping my pot the whole time. And this, my friends, on top of a hamburger, you'll never make a hamburger the same, I promise you. We're going to cook it for a few minutes, and then I'm going to finish it up. Just give it about 4 or 5 minutes of cooking to get the fresh thyme to release its fragrance. And we're going to cook it a bit. We're going to adjust seasoning, and then we're going to finish it up. We'll give it a few more minutes to cook slowly. See, look. I reduce the heat very slowly so I don't have to be concerned about the side of my pot burning. But you see, I cleaned it all up. It's still a little caramelized. Pot is being caramelized. And I'll be back in a few minutes. We'll give it 2 or 3 more minutes of cooking time, okay? All right, friends. Cooked for a few minutes. As you can see, it's well reduced. Beautiful. We're going to add just a little bit of bourbon. That's really up to you, my friend. You can add that if you like. Don't worry about it if you don't drink it. You don't have to add it. A little bit of fresh parsley at the last minute. We are done cooking it, my friends. And here it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful jam. We're going to test it to make sure it's good. It looks amazing to me. But again, it's going to be hot. I know it already. Oh, it's delicious. It is perfect, my friend. So all I do at this point, actually the best thing to do, I'm telling you what, is to put it in a little Tupperware containers and freeze it. And it'll freeze it for 17 years, my friends. But let me tell you, friends, you make a steak, make a beautiful steak. You serve this on top of the steak. Amazing. Hope you tried. Make it in a little container, freeze it like you do for your pesto. Put it on your hamburger, put it anywhere you want. I know you're going to love it. You got to try to make it. It's really, really something, okay? Enjoy it. I hope you enjoy. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring that bell. We'll see you soon with another fantastic show.